We're back with Pastors Reggie and London Royal, founders of the Lifeline Church in Cicero. They've been married for more than 20 years, and so they're definitely the people to talk to during Date Your Mate Month.
They are helping couples reconnect with their book called Married Life, Building a Divorce-Proof Marriage. In it, they declare war on divorce. So good morning and welcome, guys.
Good morning.
Watching your story, so sweet.
Love it.
Just as cute as you can be. Why did you guys decide to write this particular book and this topic?
Well, it's when we got married years ago, we didn't have all the tools and wisdom keys that we now have. And we wanted to make it available for other couples that are getting married and those that are already married. Because I believe if you get these wisdom keys and apply them, you can avoid some chaos in your marriage.
Right, right. And it's about being best friends. I mean, you see that in the piece. You see that as you guys are just wandering around.
Yeah.
It's really, truly that you wake up every day with your best friend. And I love that you're honest, too, that you say, some days I don't like her so much.
That's right.
Some days
That's
I really
right.
don't like her.
Absolutely.
You have to be honest, right, with your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to some of the tips that you guys brought along with you. And these are things that you cover a little bit more fully in the book, right?
Yes.
All right, so the first one, you say it's important to understand your role in the relationship.
That's right.
Yes, when being married, you need to understand your role as a wife and your role as a husband. Based on what we believe, understanding is key. And all you're getting,
Right.
you need to get an understanding. So I won't go into detail about it, but understanding your role is
it
very
about
key.
talking about those roles with each other
Absolutely.
and agreeing to the
That's
setup?
it, having an agreement of what the expectations are, because it's different for every couple.
Right.
And sometimes we try to pinpoint, well, everybody do this, and doesn't work like that. And so I have a role, she has a role. We've kind of trained each other in that over these years. So we
Do you do the stay in your lane?
You better say. But roles change too as as
Absolutely.
jobs change, as
Yes.
careers change, children come. You have to be flexible too and be willing to switch those roles, right, as you
Yes.
grow together.
Yes.
Right?
And that's what brings us to another point of communication. You got to talk constantly. You got to break covenant constantly in communication. You got to talk, because things do change. And we can better understand one another through conversation.
Do you guys espouse taking special time to talk, like scheduling time to talk, or should it just happen organically?
Both.
Okay.
We talk all the time. I believe the last person at night should be your spouse that you talk with, not Facebook or whatever. And then we have family meetings
Yes.
where we talk about things,
Now,
even
do
with
you
the
include
children.
the kid? Okay.
We do.
Absolutely.
We do
yeah,
include the
talk
boys.
with the boys, and we go through life and expectations and finances and everything, because I think it's important that we're not just living together and roaming around through life. We know what we're doing, we have purpose, we have destiny, and we have it all carved out, and it helps with communicating.
And kids feel, I think, empowered too when you
They
include
do.
them in these family conversations. What do you think? How?
Because then you're a team.
Right, and they
That's
all of a
right.
sudden feel like they have an investment in this also, and I'm going to step up. I'm going to be,
Right.
a role model and a part of it, right?
right.
And it allows them to contribute
Right.
as well to the family. And then we also say communication is to life, or is to marriage what blood is to life.
Yeah.
So, with blood and life, if your blood is bad, your life is bad. If there's no blood, there's no life. So same with communication. If communication is bad, your marriage is bad. If there's no communication, eventually there will be no marriage.
Right.
That's right.
Let's talk about forgiveness. You say in your third tip, be quick to forgive.
That's a big one, because so many times it's just little things that can happen in your marriage, and if you don't talk about them and release them, you hold on to them, and they can build cancer spots in your marriage. And little things become big things. So we learn to release one another. We don't go to bed angry. We deal with it, we talk about it, and we get it off of us. And it's very important that you do that continually, because if you live with anybody, they're going to get on your nerves sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
And you got to just get that stuff off of you and move forward.
Even
about-
the smallest things. Like sometimes he might leave his socks on the floor, and I don't want it to build up, so I need to tell him, get your socks off the floor.
Right, get it out.
Those are important things I need to see
Right.
my carpet.
My good one's yours.
Finally, I don't know if we're going to get to the fifth, but let's do the fourth because
Okay.
it's really important. Keeping it exciting,
Yeah.
right? 22 years almost a marriage.
Yeah.
Keep
Well, I
it
guess we know what the answer to that is.
You got to just keep it fun. You got to always do things. And I tell couples all the time, it doesn't mean it costs a lot of money. You can just be with one another. We just go for ice cream or Italian ice, or sometimes sit at home and cook dinner, watch a movie. We fall asleep watching it, but we want to.
When you're there, you try.
Yeah, and you got to keep your sex life vibrant. So you got to keep that moving.
Yes.
Awesome.
Good stuff. These are
Great.